Hey, Miami sports fans. Stop by Canesware today at 2655 South University Drive in Davie, Florida. And check out their awesome merchandise selection of your favorite South Florida sports teams. From the Miami Dolphins, Hurricanes, Heat, Marlins, Florida Panthers, and Inter Miami, they've got it all. Celebrate your favorite team and show off your fandom with their beautiful team starter jackets, killer-looking helmets, team jerseys, cool shirts, and more. And if you are out of town or out of state, no worries. Go to caneswear.com and find everything they have on their site. Select what you want and they will ship your gear to you. Anything over $99 is shipped for free. Don't wait. Stop at Caneswear today.
Traffic, but I love you.
Ahora de Cuba la Bella, del Palacio los Jugos, los chicharrones. Los vecinos aquí se enteran de todo.
Mi vecina era CDR en Cuba.
Y en verdad no hay nothing that you can do. Chacleteras sin llames con corbata.
Aquí yo vendo hot dog, pero en Cuba yo era médico.
Les saco el dedo y digo Q. Sweet home Hialeah. Solo 30 minutos de Le Fallo. Oh, sweet home Hialeah. I hate your traffic, but I love you.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to another edition of East 10th Street Boys, straight out of Hialeah. I am Bobby Melendez, joined always by Alex Atiachiska. Alex, on this beautiful, sunny, 100-degree day, how the hell are you, brother?
I'm doing good, bro. It's low-key getting attacked by mosquitoes, so I'm battling those as the introduction was going on. But all good, man. Like you said, it's a little nice and hot. I already feel the sweat. I already feel the puddle starting to creep in. It's getting a little moist down low. So we'll keep it fresh. I'm going to keep drinking a lot of fluid so I don't pass out here.
Yeah.
How are you doing, man?
And I'm all right. Again, just the foot, little by little, getting better. It feels okay today. Got, a little bit on the side there. Still a little bit of pain, but getting better, I'm doing really good. Panthers are 1-0.
Yes.
In the Stanley Cup Finals, winning 3-0 yesterday. I watched that while I was doing the No Holds Barred Wrestling podcast with Josh Kimmel. So he's a Tampa Bay Lightning fan. And he was wearing a Lightning jersey, so I was letting him know every time we scored. I was like, it's 2-0.
He should be supportive. He should be supportive.
Oh, he's a hater, dude. He was hating.
Man.
We were having a blast, but he was like, "What game? That's preseason. What is that?" Yeah. B McD is letting us know how he's feeling. Everyone tuning in right now. Appreciate you all tuning in. Whether you're watching Twitter, Twitch, YouTube, Facebook, wherever you're watching right now, thank you. But yeah, the Florida Panthers, man, first ever win or a lead, right?
First ever lead, correct.
First ever lead in the final. They scored 1 goal per period. Solid game by Bobrovsky.
Oh, amazing!
Bobby.
Amazing game, Bobby.
Holy, dude! I looked up the numbers. Was it 30? It was 33 or 32 shots.
Yes.
22 scoring chances, 13 high danger chances. That's from the Oilers.
Yes.
I mean, they were going off. They had more. They were shooting more than the Panthers.
Yes. Yeah,
except
for sure.
They couldn't get past Bobby.
No.
And the Panthers, on the other hand, 18 shots, 16 face-offs, 63 hits, 0 out of 2 power plays, but 3 goals. Carter, Varhey with a Barkov assist, Evan Rodriguez, Sam Bennett assist, and then an empty netter by Eetu Lastreninen. I don't know how to say his last name, but still, I mean, the Panthers came to play. They got the job done. They're up 1-0. They got 3 wins left. My brother, your thoughts on the Florida Panthers?
Well, I saw the game from the moment the puck dropped until the end of the third quarter, and we scored that empty net goal with like 4 seconds left. It was amazing. And mind you, Panthers need to clean up a lot because they weren't as aggressive defensively. They put Bobrovsky in certain situations that were very dangerous, and Bobrovsky just came through. I'm pretty sure they're going to make some adjustments in regards to that for their whole defensive front. But if this was the worst game that the Panthers could play, and the Oilers could not execute their game plan, and one thing also, I never really noticed, but Connor McDavid is so fast on the ice, bro. He is. You know what? It's crazy to me. I was watching the game, and when I see him go by, the smoothness, the way he goes through lanes, the way they create lanes, I'm like, it's almost as the first time I saw Tyreek Hill run in person on the football field. There's fast, and then there's Tyreek Hill fast. And I thought I saw some fast skaters in my life. And then there's Connor McDavid fast. And I'm like, holy shit. It's like at a different level, bro. These athletes are at a different level. But it was a great game, a great atmosphere. And you can tell kind of what we talked about when we were on with William. You kind of feel that this is the year for the Panthers because they're balanced out. They have a complete team. They might not be the best team in the NHL, but they have the most complete team. And the veteran. And I was thinking about it also yesterday. Those years that Barkov and Ice played under behind Jeremy Jaguar. I always get his last name.
I say it's Jagger, but I know I'm probably butchering
yes.
Jagger.
All those years, it took them as a learning experience. They finally hired the correct coach in Paul Maurice, and he's turned them into basically a run and gun. We're probably the best offensive team in the NHL, and now it's just paying off. The fans, they were even mentioning it during the telecast about the corporate sponsorship. That team was in danger even of relocating. That arena used to be empty, man, and now that's the hottest ticket in town. And they were showing the graphic. The Eastern Conference champion the last 5 years have been Florida teams, Tampa Bay and the Florida Panthers. So hockey has really grown on people here. For many years, people thought hockey couldn't survive in South Florida, and it's taken it by storm. And God willing, you got a team here that's built for continuous success, where there's Eastern Conference Finals, Stanley Cup Finals for the next 4 to 5 years at least. And we'll see. We'll see how we come out. Obviously, Edmonton's going to come out. They're going to make adjustments as well. So it's not going to be it's not going to be a walk in the park. No. But it should be a good series, man.
I will say, for me, and watching it yesterday during the show and watching clips here and there, what I love to see is the crowds. Because you were just saying how it was, you had the loyal fans, but it wasn't as filled. And, but most sports fans down there, we care about football. We care about basketball. We care about baseball. That's why Marlins piss us off as much. But hockey is kind of a little bit of an afterthought, even though we have fond memories of Dirty Rats. We were talking about Will. Will's watching right now. Appreciate him. We got George of the Fins Faithful podcast. We appreciate him watching right now. We see you guys up in there. We appreciate you guys. George, hope you're feeling better or you get better soon. But what I saw was yesterday when they were going across the crowd. Yeah, I just love to see the atmosphere. You got Mike McDaniel hitting the drum.
Yeah.
You had you see everybody out there. You see the crowd. They're into it. The mothers, the fathers, the kids. That right there, this moment right now. And if the Florida Panthers could seal the deal and run this, they're going to have lifelong fans. You just have to do it that one time. Of course, getting there is enough. You care enough to get your team there.
Mm-hmm.
But if you seal the deal, just like as bad as the Marlins has treated their fans and not giving a damn about putting a winning product on the field, on the baseball field, there are lifelong Marlins fans that will suffer through this no matter how long, until the day they say we're moving the Marlins, and God forbid that happens. There's going to be Marlin fans because of those 2 championships, because of the magic, because of Dontrell Willis, which today the Marlins played the Guardians. Marlins got shut out yesterday, 8-0. But today's Dontrell Willis Day.
We went to the game on Friday, actually. We won 3-2. Yes. And I just thought about it because you mentioned that. A very interesting note, everybody that I came across that was an employee of the Marlins was thanking fans for supporting the team. And I think that goes a long way. because you know
100%.
what they're trying to do, but they're also thankful for your loyalty and a lot for these players too. It means a lot to the players when you look up to the stands and there's people in the stands. You know, it motivates you. It does a lot for what you're trying to build. I understand the situation that we've been in as fans, but like you mentioned, if you do it the right way, for the Marlins, they have to basically come from the Marlins have to dig themselves out of the hole with the fans that the Panthers really didn't. Because the Panthers finally have a good front office in place and you can kind of see their commitment. So you see the steps. It took a while. People don't realize this. Barkov, I think, is in his 10th year in the league. Like it's taken a while for this franchise to have this sustained success. I'm hoping the Marlins follow that same and they spend when they need to spend, not carelessly, but they invest on their team. I don't like saying spending. I like to say invest. Like invest in your invest in your group, invest in your talent, in your farm system, develop it, and then when the time is right, get the proper pieces in place. So we want to have. It'll be pretty cool to have all franchises simultaneously, man, being greatly ran with sustained success. The Dolphins are in that route. The Heat obviously have always been in that route, and they reshuffle here and there. And hopefully the Marlins get it right because they're really the last franchise. Because even Inter Miami has a front office in place, and they're big spenders. So the whole community is going to have franchises that are well ran and with sustained success. So it'll be cool to see for the next few years.
Yeah, and talking about the Marlins, and you said a great point just about them saying thank you for supporting the team, thank you for coming. My mother says it all the time going there because she's always saying, oh, they have these great deals about getting people in the parks. But
Yeah.
she says their experience is way better than any other team in Miami when in South Florida going to those games. Despite what you see on the field, the experience is the best.
Yes.
And that goes a long way. Imagine that if you're a winning product in the field and you carry that still off the field, you could be the best show in town. Especially with your fan base that's culturally what they represent. So, Marlins have such a huge opportunity, but the Florida Panthers getting it done. Game 2, I believe is tomorrow, right? Is it every other day like the NBA? So it's tomorrow.
When they travel, then it'll be
3 days.
They play Monday, exactly 3 days.
Yeah. So tomorrow it's still in Sunrise.
Yes.
And then travel to Edmonton and go for there. And hopefully, we'll see. We'll see how it closes out. Again, I'm not going to put a prediction on there in regards of how many games, but I think Panthers are going to win it, and that could be. You can call me biased.
I'm gonna say 5. I'm gonna say Panthers and 5.
5. Yeah. Okay, I think that's fair. I was going to say 6. I don't want to say 4. Okay. I was going to say 6. Just kind of.
Yeah. You don't want to clean sweep.
I don't. Yeah. But I'm cool with 5. Let's start talking about finals very quick.
Yeah.
What's up, Cap? Cap was with me yesterday. I did Finn's Talk today solo. Fish Tank Hank. Was off yesterday, so I did it solo. I did a different style. It was more like PTI, back. Remember PTI with the
face?
Yeah. I had a thing here and it actually turned out really good. But Cat for Life and color commentary came in clutch. Came in through called in basically audio version.
Okay.
We were talking about Tua's contract and what should it be and should it be, and then we were talking about so it was really good. It was a great show. I had a blast doing it. But I'm happy they were able to tune in now. But let me get through the final here. NBA Finals.
Yes.
Boston Celtics up 1-0.
Yeah.
Was it Jason Tatum didn't even have a crazy game. His numbers were pedestrian, but still they ended up having a great win. Porzingis proved again. I mean, he took that whole Eastern Conference off. Comes to game 1, he looks fresh. He looks ready to go. Let me ask you this: if we never went through our finals predictions,
okay.
Biasly, I'll say that I want the Dallas Mavericks to win because I don't want to see the Celtics win because I just can't stand the Celtics. But realistically, Celtics have truly a strong chance to do it. They got a great roster. We talked how big that Porzingis move was before the season started.
Yeah,
it proves now. What is your initial prediction? But let me ask you this first. You say what your prediction was. Do the Mavericks have a chance to win this series? Now down 1-0. Do they legitimately have a chance to pull this off?
Yeah, I still think they do. And my initial prediction was Mavs in 6. The only thing that my X factor,
I'm with you on that.
My only X factor was always Porzingis and how he was going to come, because out of all the matchup problems that can be created by the Celtics, your number one matchup that can throw your defensive game plan into complete turmoil is Porzingis. because realistically, the Mavs don't really have anybody that can match up well with him. I can make an argument that you can have Doncic at times defending him. You can have Derrick Jones Jr. defending him. But realistically, they're going to defend him with Gafford or Lively. But the point of attack defensively, especially when they do those high pick and rolls, Luka has to do a much better job. I'm not even focused on Luka this series offensively. I'm actually focused on Luka this series defensively, because this is where the championship is won or lost. You can outscore each other and Luka can drop 40, but if he's not doing the basic necessities at the top, at the point of attack, this series is going to be a very long series for the Mavs. Obviously, Kyrie didn't play very poorly. I do expect maybe the Mavericks to make some adjustment where Kyrie is handling more of the basketball and Luka plays more off the ball to create some more defensive matchup problems. And they might. PJ Washington obviously is going to be needed. Derrick Jones Jr. is going to be needed. So those are your core pieces defensively that you need to have on constant rotations with the Celtics, because Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum doesn't even have to score the basketball. As long as he's distributing and playing defense, like the Celtics have the firepower. Okay, so they're gonna be on mismatch all times with Porzingis, as long as Porzingis stays healthy. Okay, so there's just certain adjustments that need to be made. I don't believe this series is going to be a blowout like you saw in Game 1, because Game 1 got a little close, but it was a blowout from the beginning, from the second quarter. So I expect the rest of these games to be closer in nature, probably coming down to the last minute. But definitely Kyrie has to step up. Kyrie has to be your primary ball handler. Luka could still be your scorer, but you need to tighten up defensively. You need to make some adjustments defensively. I don't know if you switch up who you guard Porzingis with, because Al Horford is really a non-factor in regards to paint touches. And honestly, I expect the Mavericks to maybe attack more, get more paint touches, try to outscore them, because Boston really has no interior defense per se. Drew Holiday's going to do the job. Jaylen Brown's going to shut you down sometimes. So they'll step up with those things, but they need to maybe change their game plan a little bit to have it more diverse and not just be perimeter oriented. And maybe they can close the gap a little bit with the Celtics, but we'll see, man.
I think you're right. I'm with you. My initial prediction was Mavs in 6.
Okay.
Again though, they can't do what they did in Game 1. They gotta make it a more competitive series. But there's no doubt, it wouldn't shock anybody. Obviously, it wouldn't shock anyone, minus ESPN. ESPN is all full on Celtics
for sure.
But it wouldn't shock anyone if the Celtics did it. As Cap says, Celtics play defense. Mavs need to step up. Caitlin Clark, what a impact on the world of sports that she's had in the not just in the WNBA, but taking headlines off ESPN, causing fights on First Take with Stephen A. Smith, and forgetting her first name, McNutt, I think's her last name.
McNutt, which is an awesome last name. If you want to,
wasn't gonna go there, but no. But I did. But what she calling out Stephen A, because all of a sudden now Stephen A is an advocate for the WNBA, and she's like, dude, you could have done this 3 years ago, and she's right. Well, all respect to Stephen A, but it's like, come on, dude. But Caitlin Clark, I mean, you see what's going on with the WNBA. You see what's going on with their quote unquote veterans, who supposedly now, even though she's kind of a meal ticket for them and money wise, and more people are tuning in because of her. Absolutely. That's kind of put a bullseye on her back. They're doing. And I'm not bad. I think it's basketball. You could check somebody. You could, you're a rookie, whatever. Yeah. It's kind of getting a little, it's kind of got a little out of hand. Now the storyline continues about what's going on with her, because she's left off the national basketball roster, Team USA. Yeah. Which, truthfully, she just got into the league. She just got into the WNBA. She's a rookie. I don't think this would have been a big deal until they made it a big deal. Correct. Because none of the other rookies are on there, I don't think. No. I'm forgetting what was her name. Brittany Griner. Yeah. She's on that roster. I thought that was kind of, why would they put her in team? It's like, you're going to get locked wherever they're playing. Are they playing the USA this year?
No. The Olympics is in Paris.
I wouldn't risk it, but whatever. Anyway, Caitlin Clark, I didn't think it was that big a deal that she was left off
Mhm.
until they made it, when they made the comments that there's concern she would not be happy with limited playing time, which is kind of like, are you serious? I don't think she's the one making noise right now. And then
Yeah.
secondly, the veterans have not been happy with Clark's popularity, and they were concerned that she would not be happy with the veterans. I don't know what needs to be done, but I think something needs to be done with the WNBA. I don't know if the commissioner needs to come down and say, "Hey, dude, you need to chop this up." Whatever. What are your thoughts on what Caitlin Clark's impact right now in sports, but also what's going on in the WNBA with her and then the WNBA veterans?
Well, you can't deny the impact she's had on the game nationwide and globally. Probably, there is. It's a known fact that the Dream Team in '92 kind of opened up the borders for basketball worldwide, and it became a world sport. Before it was really only soccer, football, and after that, basketball kind of became an important factor culturally for kids. So I think Caitlin Clark has the same effect, is going to have the same effect. Uh, Growing the league, there's probably going to see more expansion teams. You're going to see it in the next TV right deals. You're going to see in the salaries when they increase salaries with the next collective bargaining agreement, which I don't. I'm ignorant to that fact how it works in the WNBA. I'm pretty sure it's the same way. I'm pretty sure it's the Players Association, just like the NBA, since the NBA kind of backs up the WNBA. So you cannot deny those factors. Now, in regards to being left off the team, I don't know if I don't know the truth behind that she'll be upset with limited playing time. You can't question viewership will be up if she's part of the team. Okay, so the cost, for example, of advertisement and TV and the commercials, it would be skyrocket for the Olympics, and I think they would. I mean, I'm pretty sure they can't go back on it, but I think if they would have had her on the team, the outreach, especially in Paris, there's a lot of little girls out there that are not turned like they turn away from the game of basketball. Um, you have the situation where if you have her and she's there, it's very different when children see these players on their screen in those moments. Now, if she was not going to play, I kind of understand that, but it's still a good depth piece to have. She's still a very talented shooter. Um, there's a lot of situations where I see that it is getting out of hand the way certain things are coming along. There's always going to be jealousy from veteran players with rookies. Even if you're the nicest, most amicable person, it takes a great human being, especially athletically. Remember, athletes are freaks of nature in regards to uh, their pride, their work ethic, their structure. So there's always going to be a jealousy when a newcomer comes in, is getting all the attention. I mean, the Washington Mystics had to move their game from their arena. I don't know if you saw that report. They play like in a 5,000. Almost there. Okay. They play like in a 5,000 seat arena, the Washington Mystics. They had to move their game to where the Wizards play, and they sold out the place. There was 20,000 people that came to see the Indiana Fever with the Washington Mystics. So there's a gravitational pull there. She pulls fans, and obviously the WNBA is going to feed off it. So there has to be the only way she's left off the roster if it was requested by veteran players.
Sounds like Kendall.
The only way she's left off the roster, it was requested by veteran players or coaching staff, or there's an issue with her. Like, it has to be an issue with her personally. Because market-wise, I don't see her being left off the roster, realistically. And like you mentioned, Christian Laettner, he was part of the Dream Team. And well, at that time, it was all collegiate athletes. At that time, professional athletes couldn't go in '84. But that's another one. Welcome home. Welcome home.
Yeah, that's right.
That's cool. That's cool. It's funny now. You don't hear this as much, but I remember when we in Hialeah at night, you would hear this 2 or 3 times a night.
Oh, dude.
Yeah, always nonstop. So it was like, and then you hear, and then the helicopter, and then you had the helicopter, which
You go watch it.
It's like,
Hey, when they had the spotlight, you see the spotlight, and you go, "Oh, run!" I can't imagine how many times we confuse those choppers.
Oh,
Because
sure.
we start running
Just
to
eating
our house
shit.
and running through the alleys, just pretending we're hiding. They probably
Oh,
there they
man.
are. There's a bunch of damn kids. We're like,
We're playing tag.
yeah, that's right.
But the whole Caitlin Clark, look, man, and we're not gonna see the true effects probably until 2 or 3 years down the line. I was actually talking even to our AD in our high school, is that we don't have a girls basketball team right now, and there's not a lot of interest. And I was telling them, in my opinion, I do believe with the Caitlin Clark, the Angel Reese, and what the future's coming. Even, what's the Sparks girl, Cameron Brink,
Yeah,
or
Brink.
which we'll talk about that. The whole Jimmy Butler
Yeah,
being there and all that. That's a
Yep.
fun little topic for another time. But like there are, I remember watching the WNBA when it was Cynthia Cooper show swoops, and the Houston Comets were dominating the league. The Houston Comets folded. Like they're not even around anymore. And correct me if I'm wrong, I don't think they're around right now.
No.
They
I
won.
haven't
They
seen-
were a dynasty when Cynthia Cooper came into the league, and Cynthia Cooper was already older. She played in Europe, so I do believe that this is going to revolutionize the game of women's basketball, and it's going to open up the floodgates for a lot of little girls that love the game, and now they have an icon, they have a hero, because even the Caitlin Clark, she'll probably tell you, and Angel Reese, they grew up watching Diana Taurasi. They grew up watching Sue Bird. So it's the evolution of girls basketball now getting support, being mainstream, getting new TV deals, girls having signature shoes. Sabrina Ionescu, she's probably the best all-around player right now. And there's guys that wear her signature shoe. So that to me is amazing, the way they're helping each other out. And it's only going to continue to improve in that regard. So realistically, her being left off the roster had to be a request. Obviously, I don't know. I don't have any information in regards to that, but I could only assume, because it cannot be. Maybe they're trying to. She's definitely going to be on the next Olympic squad in 4 years, for sure, hands down. And I believe, do the women compete in the 3-on-3 tournament? I believe there's because now 3-on-3 is an Olympic sport. I believe the women are going to compete in the 3-on-3, which will be interesting to see if who plays for the U.S. 3-on-3 Olympic. I got to follow up with that.
One thing I will say though, and again, I understand for those who are veterans who've been in the WNBA, who's been holding it down, and season after season, and they see this person come in, and like you said, basically take over the league. Fans are tuning in because of her now. Now they got this whole renowned interest. People are watching ESPN about Caitlin Clark, and you can see people go, man, we've been here, and all of a sudden now you care. The thing is, I guess that's their personal battle to get over. I'd see it as, okay, they're going to tune in for Caitlin Clark, but they're going to stay because of me. That's what I think they should be looking at it. Let people, instead of making it a personal thing and you're doing some dumbass check and now you're making a scene, it's like, no, take it as an opportunity now to say, I don't know who said it. I don't know if it was Angel Reese or whomever, but people watch the WNBA because of me too. Maybe
that was Reese.
Was it Reese? It was like, okay, maybe someone watched it, but let's be real. The majority of eyes tuning into WNBA right now is because of Caitlin Clark. And I don't think you should be offended by that. I think what you should say is, okay, again, they're going to watch Indiana Fever. We're going to play the Fever. There's going to be a major viewing audience.
Yeah.
I'm going to make sure they stay watching because of me. I'm going to make a name for myself on this game. Instead of, I'm going to check her, and that's how I'm going to make a name. No, show her up. She scores 15, you score 22. Whatever that may be. Let's, maybe
compete, make a competition.
Compete. That you will go next time and go, man, oh crap, whatever, Phoenix is on, or the LA Sparks or whatever. Now I'm going to watch that game because I liked that girl last night. I thought she was really good. Make it interesting. Make it worthwhile. I believe because of Caitlin Clark, in a year, you're starting to see it right now, in a year, 2 years, WWE and NBA is going to really pick up. And eventually when that TV deal comes up, it's going to be good money. And those girls one day are going to look back for 30 on 30 on ESPN when it's like the Caitlin Clark story, how she was shunned by her own teammates.
They're even chartering flights now. Before, WNBA players had to fly commercial.
Fly their own flight, yeah.
That's what I'm saying. And you go as a team, but you go on a commercial flight. Now, it's only going to get better. People should, instead of attacking this, they should see how can we all benefit from this.
Yeah, the way and again, if you have an issue with a man, she ain't that great or whatever, blah 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 blah, then show her up in the game.
That's it.
That's what you do. Don't shut her out. Don't eventually where she says, you know what, I don't need to be here. Ice Cube was offering me this amount of money to go play in the Big Three in his Big Three league. She could be making mega money.
Yeah,
and that league could jump off.
By the way, I think they're making a women's 3-on-3 league, like the male version of Big Three.
Yeah,
they're
Ice Cube was trying to recruit her.
Yeah,
he was
for
like,
his
don't go
league.
And
so, but the women, they want to make a professional women's. Yes, yeah.
But again, she could have done that, and WNBA would have talked about, oh man, see, WNBA is not even worth it. She doesn't want to go. Except she goes, no, I want to go.
Yeah.
And then people are holding, and her own peers are holding that against her.
Mm-hmm.
It's like, come on, dude. She's what she is now. I get it. I understand it. You've been there. You've done that.
Of course.
But now she's gonna transcend you guys.
Yes.
This is your time to equal yourself to the NBA as much as you could. This is your time to show that you could be on the same footing as them.
You know what sucks, man? And you see it even in high school sports. It's very difficult for a human being to understand that maybe they're the stepping stone for the future of their current league, the future of their school. It's a very it's all about timing. You can't control when you're born. You can't control the era that you're born in. You can only control the part that you play in developing whatever it is that you do. Like when computers started coming out, there's a person that thought about it. There's a person that designed the first technology, and now that person cannot be upset because of the magnitude and the facility in which we are building computers. Like, I'm just using that as an example. You are the foundation. You're like one of the pillars of why we're doing this now. But because of you, because of your vision, we're here now advancing things in record speeds.
There are guys that we're not talking about with the NBA, right?
Yes,
yes. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar,
yes,
and Dr. J, whatever. We all know those names, right?
Yeah.
And there you go. And they were the stepping stones for what is now Michael Jordan. But there are guys that we don't talk about.
Yes.
That of course, basketball aficionados and whatever, the guys who really know the game know these guys.
Of course.
But us who we love basketball, we know basketball, we can talk basketball. But there's guys that we don't mention that the average fan may not think about that were back in the day that don't know how much impact they truly had on the game. That back then they were like, who the hell is this guy, man? I've been doing this. And then when these guys were coming in, they go, who are these guys? Dude, you're just as important. You were the stepping stone. Like you said, you are the guy that made this guy come in. You opened the door for him. He just took the ball and ran with it.
Of course.
You were just as important.
There's a grace to that, and I believe, and also a realization. For example, as exactly. This, if it makes the whole concept right now of student loans. There's a lot of people that have paid off their student loans, and they get upset when now they forgive student loans for the people that have them right now. I understand the concept of it, but there's a grace that, you did your dues, but realistically, it's a situation that no student honestly should be placed in. You shouldn't graduate and have $80,000 in debt before you even get a job. You're starting upside down. So those are things that is just an example. But
no.
For people to understand, if for the next person, it could be better. Yes, you got to show them how to appreciate things, and you got to show them how to value things. Because I could understand, even with us generations, there's things that our kids don't value right now. And there's things that our kids do not appreciate. It's on us to teach them how to appreciate it and how to value it. But just like our parents, my dad and my mom, when they went to school in Cuba, they had to take 4 buses to get to school. I can't complain because I can walk to school, or my dad or my mom would drop me off in high school. Or I will walk maybe 10 blocks. Look, those are things that I don't comprehend. Of you have to have grace on both ends. When you're the new generation and when you're the older generation, you're passing the baton. You have to understand what it took them to give you this baton, but now it's your responsibility to hand it to the next generation, even in a better place than you received it. So it's just a domino effect of graciousness as you go along. But people don't take it that way. People want to get offended. People want to react. I'm like, why can't we be appreciative and look out for the person next to you or for the person that comes after you. I just think it's all within also, man. That starts within.
And I will say, we wouldn't be talking about the WNBA if it wasn't for Caitlin Clark right now.
Correct.
I've watched 2, not full through, off and on in the background, but watching 2 WNBA games since the season started. And Clark had nothing to do with them in regards of watching the game. I did turn them on because of Clark, right?
Yes.
I've got interest now, and I think, hey, if you really, if people really give a damn and you really want to see it grow, if you really care, like, oh, they should be equal and whatever, then support it, watch it.
Exactly.
And I do think, we should, it should be, in a perfect world, things should be balanced out. But guess what? The best way I could actually do it without screaming my lungs or typing a keyboard, watch the games, be a viewer. And I put them on, and I'll watch it. I was watching the Chicago team. I was watching Chicago versus
the Chicago Sky.
Chicago Sky versus who the hell they were playing? LA Sparks. I don't know who they were playing.
Yeah,
but I was watching them. I had them in the background. I watched another game, Phoenix and whatever. I was watching those guys, those girls, and it was all right, but still I had them in the background because you had to support. But I didn't tune in because I just want to watch. If it was a normal day, I wouldn't watch that. But Caitlin Clark made a renewed interest in it. Now, okay, I'm going to tune in. I'm going to support if I can. If there's nothing else on, I'll support.
Of course. And honestly, and I'm not comparing this, but I'm saying it's similar. It's similar to when LeBron James came in the league in 2003. With all the hype that LeBron came in, there was a lot of jealousy, even in his own team, when LeBron James came. And you cannot deny that LeBron James changed the league the moment he came in.
Did you see? It's so true. That's a great thing, and a great point, because I don't know. I saw a clip yesterday on Twitter. Caitlin Clark was about to do an interview, and her partner and her teammate came up and smacked her hand. They say like "good game" or whatever, and she did it. And Caitlin Clark kind of got freaked, and she kind of got. And I was like, "Damn, this girl has like PTSD or something. Like she thinks somebody's gonna come up and attack her. It's like, God damn, man. I feel bad for her, and whatever.
It sucks. When you live under a microscope. Obviously, she's used to it already, but it gets to the point now where everything you do is overanalyzed, and now unfortunately, it's also now not only a sex thing where a female and male and WNBA and NBA. Now it's also a racial thing, because they've talked about the white player and the black player. I'm like, just talk about the basketball player, man. I understand where race comes into play, different styles of play, and now, if she was an African American WNBA player, we probably wouldn't be having half of these conversations. But the fact that she's a white WNBA player getting this much attention, it's always going to be pulled. And I don't care about the races, man. I care about the player. Like, I understand points of views, but the same thing when Candace Park came into the league, she also changed the WNBA. She was the most popular player. She gravitated a lot of people to the league, but I don't think the WNBA has had that much talent since they have right now. We talk about parity in the NBA. The WNBA is getting an inflection of talent that they've never had before.
Yeah.
And that was a good comment by Oreo Cookie.
Honestly,
that is a perfect combination. For anybody that's racist and everybody that hates each other, you cannot have an Oreo cookie without both. And that's a perfect thing, man. It's true.
Oh, man. All right.
And we got to have some café con leche.
Yes. I got coffee right here. Cafecito?
Toast and café con leche.
Oh, yeah.
There we go.
We need that cookie. I actually had an Oreo cookie one time. We bought a pack of coffee Oreo. Right, Pat? It was a coffee Oreo. It was damn good.
Oh, yeah. They're doing that now.
The mint Oreo is good. But that other stuff, confetti and all that, I was like, come on.
Do you like the peanut butter Oreo?
No, I don't. I haven't had that.
Have you had it?
No.
Oh, I saw that one in Walmart like 2 weeks ago. The peanut butter Oreo cookie.
You want to hear something crazy?
Wow.
Alex is flexing with his background.
Oh, yeah,
Alex
right there, man. See? Beautiful nature.
Yeah, I know. I'm going to have to do that. I'm going to change my green screen into a just a tropical thing.
Take a picture of mine and put
it with yours. Just match it.
Bobby, where are you? Why aren't the leaves moving?
Oh, look at that. Color says peanut butter Oreos are his joint. Hey, I'm an Oreo guy. Alex knows this. I'm an Oreo aficionado. I love Oreos. Mm-hmm. Lately, I don't know what it is. I just haven't been in them too much, but yeah, I love Oreos. They have to be like it's funny. It's like I always get nervous now when I open Oreos. Is I'll get them in the milk, and if there's a split, like if it tastes kind of just a little off, I'm like, I don't want them no more. Take them. Take them. Like
Hey,
they have those.
big
Go
thing,
ahead.
Bobby. Do you prefer having the big pack of Oreos, or do you prefer buying the packs that come individually wrapped in 2s or 4s?
Big packs.
What is fresher? Big packs.
Big
Okay.
pack for sure. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. I that's
The
a great
other
question
one
because
is
it's so
too limited.
true. Because
The
you
other
would
one is
think
too limited.
like it's the same thing, bro. It's the same thing. No, it's not. It's I don't know what it is, but I've had those little packs and they're not the same. There's something different about them. That's why like I was getting nervous. I always check when I'm always somebody like, I don't know what you would call this, Alex. I don't know if you're the same and anybody who's watching right now.
Yeah.
When you go to the store, I'm always like, I don't get the first thing. I don't get the first
No,
item.
I always go behind. Always.
That's right. Okay,
Always.
cool. I'm not the
Always.
only one. I'm always,
Always.
you know, Todd's called me crazy. I always go and grab this one
Never.
from the back.
Never.
It's the same
Oh,
thing.
Before we move on, this is true. And this is true. It's just a matter of time. I just wanted to point that out. That is very
Ryan,
true.
great point from
It's
Ryan.
just when the NBA started, people didn't realize the NBA started, and even when they started on TV, it was on tape delay. NBA wasn't profitable, okay? And the players were flying commercial, teams were flying commercial. So it's just a matter of time until the WNBA becomes profitable, and then they can return that to their play. So that's great.
Dipping Oreos, regular Oreos, in a jar of peanut butter will work in a pinch. Interesting.
That's not. You know what? Now I'm in the mood. I don't know if you like Biscoff. My wife has been baking like we want to make a Biscoff cheesecake, and I always experiment with my flavors. You know that. I always mix flavors and all that. I was even thinking about Oreos with condensed milk. If a combination of the cream could be condensed milk, and even with Biscoff, because it has that coffee taste, like the hazelnut taste, even with Nutella. Do they have Nutella Oreos?
I wouldn't be surprised. Talk about taste.
Man.
I was just brought back to my childhood.
Okay.
Our childhood. Not too long ago, my mother-in-law, who thinks she's a comedian, she came into my room the other day. She went to Walmart with Tati and Vivito and found Malta. And she bought
Malta. Oh man.
Okay. I know your thing, so you can go right off on it.
Okay.
I can't stand that.
Are you serious?
Remember we used to buy that from the ice cream truck?
Oh my god,
dude! It was tastes. I told Audrey because Audrey tasted some, but she's like, should I try it? I'm not trying to discourage her from trying. You should try.
Yeah, yeah.
But I told Audrey, it's like it tastes like a soy sauce soda. I said, yeah. She's like, what? And dude, I was trying to, I remembered when Nikki used to like drinking that a lot. Nikki would buy it.
Yes, man. Yes.
And I remember, I think it was you, because I would like, I was like, kind of like, it was kind of a taste for me, the odd taste. And he was like, Bobby, you got to drink it fast. You got to drink it fast.
You drink it fast for you, but also they have what we do. We mix it with condensed milk.
Yeah, that's what condensed milk. Is that what your mother does, right?
Yeah. Leche condensada.
Egg yolk and condensed milk.
Egg yolk.
Oh, she puts egg yolk. That's even more. Okay.
Yeah,
it's like a milkshake.
That's what she does. She was so happy. And it was based off My OS. It's from My OS.
Yeah.
In Puerto Rico and
yeah.
whatever. But it was so funny. Like I was doing something.
India, the brand India.
Yeah,
India,
Malta,
yeah.
India. But it says My OS on there.
But
the brand is India.
We have another one. Well, the brand that we have usually is a Cuban brand is Matatue. Like the Indian, Atue. And then you have the beer and everything. But a lot of people, even Bob, one of the things that's called Café Bombón is Cuban coffee, the espresso, with condensed milk. And you mix it.
No, never heard of that.
It's delicious, bro. You should try it.
Well, let me just say, it was so funny. She died laughing from her gut. She always does that with me. Whatever sets me off, she just gets a kick out of that.
Yeah.
And then Tati, Jeannie starts laughing, but she laughs so hard that she starts laughing. She can't where Tati laughs real.
Yeah,
That's how they were, because as soon as they walked in the room, and Jeannie had Tatiana told me you like this, and I was like, I had like a visceral reaction, like I was standing by my Xbox doing something, and I looked down, and I go, oh God, I'm like, no, get that out of here, bro. I'm like, what the hell? Oh man, there you go, Malta with sugar and egg is a weight gainer for training.
Yeah, it's a malt beverage. Yeah,
that's there you go. So yeah, that was something I just thought it was. I remember Tati told me to bring it up, and I just remembered. It is.
It's like beer, but obviously, depending on the taste, it's very. When it's cold, have you had it cold, or like room temperature?
I've had it both.
Okay.
Yeah, growing up. Because remember, first of all, growing up with you, I can never just try something once. It's Bobby, try like this, bro. Bobby. But you didn't do it this way, Bobby. Bobby,
exactly.
try.
Exactly.
I know you didn't like it then, but now try it now. And let me put a little bit of cocaine in there. Wait, Alex, stop. Just stop. Get down.
I'm just talking shit. Cocaine. Put anything on it. Put anything. It's good. It's good. It's good.
My cousin Pablo just brought that over. Just come here for a second.
Well, it's funny how how friendships are born like that. I remember, I love Mexican food, but the first Taco Bell quesadilla I had was in your house, and it was cold. And I liked it so much, even cold, that then the next time we went to Taco Bell, I made sure my mom bought me one, and I ate it when it was warm, like really hot. And it's funny how there's a lot of things that you don't realize that for you are like second nature and part of your culture that other people say. They're like, what is that? What are you doing? Like, people don't, like, I didn't have Taco Bell, for example, until I was like 13, 14 in your house. And then it hit me, and I'm like, holy shit, this is delicious. And I love tacos at home, but it was just not part of our peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. That's not a Cuban thing.
I was just going to talk about peanut butter
not a
and jelly
Cuban thing,
sandwich.
bro. And when I had it the first time, bro, I had my first peanut butter and jelly sandwich when I was like 16 or 17, and I loved it. And I haven't stopped having them since. So
yeah, I just started eating them again because it's like you make it a pinch. Tati's like, what do you want for dinner? I'm like, I don't know. She's like, oh, we're going to make this. I'm like, I don't really want all that rice and all this. And she's like, I can make you peanut butter. I was like, oh, that's perfect. And she does it. And I don't know what it is, but she's made it such a way now that it's really good. Like, I can't, like, I'm like, okay. It's with the love she makes it with.
Exactly.
She does it with a little bit of love, you know.
Exactly.
You know,
that's cool.
I've noticed though, there's some pills in there. I have to take them out. I think she's trying.
She's trying to kill you.
Dateline.
You know, look, she started with a foot. She's starting with a foot, debilitating your bones. So you see your hip.
Stop lying. Cap, you've
never tried.
Stop it, Cap. Bro, you know you never tried PB&J. What's the matter?
Hold on. The triple layer. Do you mean like 2 jellies and 1, or do you mean peanut butter, jelly, and peanut butter? Explain this triple layer for me so I can try it.
These guys, both of them, were on the show with me yesterday live on audio, dude. They were great. Color and Cap are two of the best dudes on here, you know. Bro. Wow, Cap. Guys, we gotta change that, dude.
This is something that I'm gonna tell, and my kids think it's disgusting, but I would always make up my sandwiches, like from Dorito sandwiches and all that. There is a sandwich that I used to make, and people, please hear me out. If you want to try it, try it. I will get toast, right? White toast, you toast it. You put grape jelly on it, on both sides. You get tuna with mayo, not too much.
Oh, Alex.
Bob, I swear to God, it is the best combination of sweet and salty you've ever had in your life, man. But it's
toasted bread,
grape jelly on both breads, and tuna with mayo. Not too much mayo, just a little bit.
Not too much mayo.
Try it.
Don't you have cholesterol issues?
No, actually, I'm great now. I'm amazing.
When's the last time you had that, Alex?
Yesterday. Just right now.
That's next level stuff right there. God damn, Alex.
No, and I wasn't high. I wasn't anything. I've had this since I was a kid. Well, one thing, obviously, I'm Lebanese descent, and that a lot of people like cucumber salad. Cucumber salad is yogurt with cucumbers cut up and oil and maybe some pepper. That's a cucumber salad. I didn't like cucumbers. I've never liked cucumbers. I eat every vegetable. I eat salads. I eat everything. I don't like the cucumber texture and pickles. I don't like those. Mm-hmm. My dad loved cucumber salad. So I would see my dad eating it. So what I would have is I would get the plain Dannon yogurt, put sugar. My grandma would make me 2 steaks, bistec. I will cut up my steaks and put it in my yogurt. Delicious as well, man. Delicious as well.
See, guys, so this is the thing I'm telling you all about. This is the shit I would grow up with. Because if I didn't like something, bro, but try like this, bro.
Try it, bro. You gotta try it.
Try it. Just try it. And it's relentless. It's a never-ending thing. It's kind of like, you know. Oh, there goes my mother-in-law's in the comments. Jeannie, your mom's watching. Yeah, right.
Yeah, you see? I'm telling you, bro.
I ain't gonna try that nasty
cucumber salad. I love it now. But when I was a kid, that was it for me.
Yeah, but of course she tunes in when I was talking about Malta. But no, man. But see, that's the stuff I grew up with, right there, guys. Just want to give you that.
And that's why you don't want to try anything when I offer you, because you already had torture.
That's right.
My God, Bobby, what I saw yesterday on a video, I gotta send it to you. I thought of you. This guy got like 6 Oreos, put in the microwave, and melted it. and he poured it over rice. It looked like rice and beans, but it was rice and Oreos. I
Rice and Oreos.
was like, what the fuck? Rice and Oreos, bro. I'm like, holy shit. I mean, it probably tastes good, but
I know
I'm
what
like,
you did.
God damn.
You wrote it down.
Crazy
You're like, I'm gonna
shit.
try
He
this.
had
I'm gonna see
steak?
how this tastes. I'm gonna see how this tastes.
I'm gonna try this. For
Yes,
sure,
guys, that's
for
Tati
sure,
in the
man.
background. Cap, she's here. She's playing some Fortnite. She's chilling out. She
Oh.
woke up, turned on Fortnite. So she's going to town, probably messing up my profile there.
Oh, does she use your profile?
No, she
or
has
does
her own. She actually downloaded it on her
She
computer.
has her.
We play like it's family. She was at first. She was like, "Oh, so this game's so stupid. This game's too." And then one day, she said, she told me like, "I want to play with you." So she downloaded it, and now she uses the Xbox controller on the laptop, and we play together.
Oh, okay.
And I'm like,
my son is getting into it a lot. I gotta see.
One thing I will say about her, the game that it always drives me crazy. But we have a blast. She gets really good, but is that like her sense of direction goes off? I'm like, go left, and she goes right.
Right.
Like, where? She's shooting all up in the sky. I'm like, what are you doing?
Cap, you know what's awesome? My son, we go
rice
to
pudding with Oreos, maybe.
We go a lot to Daily Bread is a Mediterranean market here in US 1 on 27th, and they have the Oreo cookie baklava. And my son tried it and he liked it. Like the Lebanese dessert, the Mediterranean baklava dessert, but they made it with Oreos for kids.
Oh, okay.
And they loved it. They have the Nutella one too and the Oreo one.
What was I gonna say? One thing I remember trying, I was kind of not put off. I don't want to say put off, but I'm always suspicious. You know how I am, Alex. I'm a very, I would not eat a candy that looks like a burger. They go, oh, try out this burger candy, and I won't do it because then it's weird to me. It's like I'm afraid of how it's gonna taste.
It tastes like gummy bears, bro. It tastes
that's
like
what I'm saying, but still, I don't know. It's not supposed to. It's like it's weird, But when we went to Wet and Wild. When I lived in Orlando, what was it? The fried Oreo. I was always like, man, that's kind of odd, dude. Fried Oreo ended up being one of the best things I've ever had. It's great, God, see, this is the kind of shit.
I don't know how we got into, bro. Medianoche right there, man. On the sweet bread, you got it with a pickle, ham, pork. No, Medianoche comes for pork too. You see, a Cuban sandwich. Oh, you have the Elena Ruth. The Elena Ruth is with turkey, cheese, and cream cheese and ham or turkey. People do it with.
You just said you saw a video yesterday. I want to say this before we move on, but I'm one of those people that, again, I'm a picky eater, and I do judge things when I see, like, if I saw you putting stuff in your yogurt, I'd judge the shit out of you, that, and I would tell you. I wouldn't say something to somebody else, but I'd tell you. But I love watching, I don't know what it is, I love watching videos of people cooking weird shit. And I'm talking about you watch like the Jap, I don't know, Chinese and whatever, Asian, they cook turtles and all these, they find anything. They eat with rocks. And I'm like, I always go like, what the but then I just can't turn away. I'm intrigued by what they're making. I mean, they eat every type of fish. I mean, literally any type of fish,
You like fish, right? You like salmon?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Now that was from Tot.
That's from Tot.
I had no interest in fish whatsoever. But Tati's the one who got me into fish or salmon, salmon and
salmon. Huh? Do you eat all types of seafood, like a shrimp also, or no?
Yeah,
like
I've had
lobster?
shrimp. Well, shrimp.
Okay.
Yeah, I've had shrimp and I've had
like crabs because of your dad.
Crabs because of my father, because my dad used to bring crabs from when he worked on the truck. And he'd bring frozen crabs, and I remember they used to come back to life. That's why people go
crab cakes.
I do like crab cakes, yeah.
Perfect.
Yeah, so that's opened
good.
up.
Yeah.
But dude, like some of the stuff that they cook, you kind of go like, what the hell? I mean, they get stuff from anywhere and make it.
Yeah.
But, even like the intestines of the cow and you see the stomach.
You see? That's one thing that I've eaten it before, but I don't like any organ. Like I don't like eating liver or cow
but dude, they make it and it's crazy because I'm like, I would never eat it.
Yeah.
I won't eat it.
I've had alligator in Cuba.
Have you? See, that's another thing. I've seen, alligator. Now, part of me kind of like, F you. I know you're going to eat me, so I'm going to eat you. So then I could say I've eaten you and say, oh, Alex got cut off by the alligators in the Everglades. His camera's off. There he is. I thought the gator got you.
No, I can't hear you. Hold on. Hear me?
Okay. Now I hear you. Can you hear me?
Can you hear me? No.
Yeah, I hear you. Yeah.
I can't hear you for shit.
Let's do sign language. Those are just gang signs. Go out, come back in. All right. So, anywho. Oh man. the stuff we talked about, stuff we talk about on here. Kaiha China, that gooey butter stuff you would see at Wawa.
Okay, now I can hear you.
Thing. There you go. You hear me good? All right. Let the sun cook your food. It's way more
That's
flavorful.
true. I've actually heard a lot about that.
Yeah, but like, how long does that take?
Well,
I
right
mean-
now Miami is in 2 seconds. You can fry an egg.
Put it on
You
the
can
car.
fry an egg, bro.
That's one thing I do want to try is a natural egg. I don't know how to say that, but like the eggs that come straight from the farm, not
Yes. Yeah.
Not
No,
processed.
non-cage. Non-cage
brown
eggs.
egg. You know, I
By
want
the
to try
way,
it. I've
have you had
heard those are
Whataburger,
way
Bobby?
better. Huh?
Have you had Whataburger?
No.
Bro, there's some by Nashville. Okay, I'm under this new thing. Chick-fil-A moved where we live close by. Chick-fil-A moved to another location, so their
All right.
old location is empty. I've been trying to tell Jamila I want to get a Whataburger franchise here. Whataburger to me is one of the best burgers I've ever had, and it's
Okay.
only located in certain parts. It's not all over the nation, but in Nashville there's like 4 close by. Whenever you have a chance, go try their burgers, man. They're delicious, and their fries are delicious, even better than McDonald's.
Interesting.
I'm telling you. And for the kids menu, it's amazing. Look it up. It's an orange. It's like an orange building. And
Jack
it's
in the
lit.
Box coming to Florida.
Oh yeah. Oh shit. Hello, welcome to Jack in the Box.
Yeah. You know what I want? You know what I miss? And I miss it. You know, it used to be around here, but they took it down. Now you got to go BFE to go get it. It's Checkers. I wish they had a Checkers around here. I love Checkers.
We
dude.
have like 2 left, honestly. I think in Miami that I've seen.
I know there's one left in Hialeah. I've seen it. It's by
Yeah.
Hialeah Hospital, not too far off.
Yeah.
Um,
That's one of the ones left.
And there's one up here, but it's like it's near some Puerto Rican restaurant and like 45 to an hour away.
What I always get is the Checkers fries from Walmart, like in the air
yeah,
fryer.
we've done that. Yeah, we've done it here at the you see Cap for Life as Checkers in Opalaka. Opalaka Hialeah is the place. You remember that?
Yeah, bro. If you want to get hijacked by a
By a
refugee,
refugee.
Opalaka. Hialeah.
I've sawn that one a couple times with Tati. I was like, "What is that?" It's like, every time I pass Opalaka,
People, the flea market on 21st, which is 74th.
they
Well,
are rallies and Checkers are the same.
Yes,
Cap's
yeah.
laughing.
What is Red Robin with? What is the
No,
combination?
Red Robin
of
is not Checkers. Not
No.
Checkers.
But Red Robin is something else. Like
They closed Red Robin here at the mall.
They closed it?
The mall.
Oh, okay.
And they closed Jack in the Box here too. Yeah.
Damn.
But they're opening a Wendy's, and they just opened a Dairy Queen, which kind of put me off a little bit because
Oh.
I saw pictures of the new Dairy Queen, and people
Yeah.
are like eating like legit food. And I'm like,
Oh, what?
to me, Dairy Queen's
Dairy
ice
Queen,
cream.
but Dairy Queen started as like a hot dog place and all that.
All right, Tati. I'm just saying my assumption. I mentioned her one time, and now she's a part of the show. Now she has to
Hardee's.
interfere with
This is
every
the
little
one.
thing. No, I'm just
Hardee's
fine.
is Carl's Jr. We actually have a Carl's Jr. now here in Doral.
Did they close Red Lobster down there, Kat?
Red Lobsters are closing. A lot of them are closing. Yes, they are.
I don't know about up here. I know we have a Red Lobster here that we've gone to a few times.
The one in Hialeah closed. The Red Lobster right across West End
Really?
Mall, it's closing. Yeah,
Oh wow, dude!
a lot of those places are gonna go. Longhorn, I think, is gonna close too. Hooters. Okay, the best thing that happened here, they put a Twin Peaks here in Doral, across from Hooters. Hooters is gonna close probably like in a year or less, man, because the Twin Peaks is taking all their business.
Yeah, Twin Peaks is. We got one up here in Hooters. There's no Hooters around our area. There's up in Nashville. There's a Hooters.
Okay.
Downtown.
Okay.
But when I went down there last time, I went to Hooters with Tot. And,
Yeah.
they didn't seem like they were the old. You know, they seem like they're kind of going the other way.
Yeah. Yeah.
I do go there for the wings. Just stating that. I just don't want people to assume
The wings and the
the
breast.
wings.
No.
No, just wings. Nope.
Just wings.
Yeah. Look for me like nah. You know. But I have been to Twin Peaks up here.
Okay.
It's right it's in Cool Springs.
The food
Down
is
there.
delicious, by the way.
The food is good.
Amazing, amazing.
My son and I were hungry, and I was like, let's just go, like whatever, like and I
For
went.
the
and it was
food.
good.
For the food.
For the food, legit for the food.
For the food.
I stayed. We'll stay a little longer after
It's
the
like,
food.
it's like the
know?
Caitlin Clark. You go for the food, you stay for the view. That's why it's called scenic
That-
views.
that-
That's why it's Twin Peaks scenic views.
Let's talk very quick. I thought this would be funny, but first off,
Yeah, let's go.
I want to talk about top 5 comedies. You
Okay.
and I love comedies.
Yes.
If
Yes.
there's nothing else to watch, you got nothing else going on, I love watching a good show at the end of the night. Right now, me and Tati are hooked on Young Sheldon. We're almost done.
Yeah.
You know, first off, that's a great show nonetheless. Not
It
just
is.
funny, but it's a
It
great
is.
series.
It
you
is.
know, great storylines, all that.
Watch it twice. It is. It's amazing.
Yeah, dude, it's perfect. You know what's going to happen, so it's kind of like, oh, this is going to suck. But
yeah.
But top 5 favorite comedy movies. What are your, maybe not top 5, but just say top favorite comedies movies that you love to watch? Because it was really freaking tough for me to think about that. Because I feel like if I made just 5, I'm leaving something out.
Oh, for sure.
I love Robin Williams, Eddie Murphy, Martin Lawrence, I'm gonna say Ron Burgundy, but Will Ferrell. Anyway, what are your top? Like, if you could at least name 5 perfect, but you don't have to say 5. You could say 7 or whatever.
Yeah.
But what are like movies like, man? It's like, man, I love this movie. It's my favorite one, and whatever.
The problem is, even for comedies, there's different genres of comedy.
True.
Like straight up raunchy comedy. There's like that mellow, like
stupid comedy,
exactly.
Comedy. Yeah.
There's so much things. There's so many. Okay, for sure. I love, and even now with my son, I love Adam Sandler movies because there's always a nice meaning to it, but they're that dumb funny that sometimes people don't understand, or they find it on like the whole. I would say a combination of Happy Gilmore and Billy Madison, because now I get to enjoy with my son. So now I have a different appreciation of that comedy movie because he finds it hilarious. He has the same sense of humor that he loves a stupid comedy, and he loves that. Okay, so I'll say, for example, for sure, Step Brothers is one of them for me, and that's and that's just one of them. Oh my God, bro. I even remember the Police Academies. I find those hilarious. Let me see. I'm telling you, bro, you can't go down this line.
Rambo, Rocky, The Outsiders. Oh, that's great.
Old school for sure. Ace Ventura is for sure. Well, Ace Ventura for sure is there. Let me see. I love, definitely. There was a time where I would love anything that Martin Lawrence did.
Mm-hmm.
Even Life, him and Eddie Murphy.
Life is one, man. Life is there.
It's top. It's top.
That is like, that is, to me, that's a great mix of comedy, but also a great movie in regards of story.
Yes.
You know? Love Life.
I love from 80s comedy. I love Steve Martin movies. The one that he did with John Candy. The one about
when they're on the train, not the train. Automobiles.
Yes, that one.
You don't have to like me. My wife likes me. You know, Coming to America.
Coming to America.
Yes.
I'm telling you, bro. There's so many. But okay, for example, I'll do even. Shit, bro. There's a bunch. Even Kevin Hart movies.
See, but that's the thing right there. You feel like you're leaving something.
You're leaving everything out.
Because again, you know, I'm a big Eddie Murphy, Martin Lawrence, Steve Martin, yes, Robin Williams, those guys right there. Mike Epps, I like Mike Epps. You know,
yes. Friday, I love Friday. The Friday after next Friday.
One, Three Amigos. That's classic.
See, we could even do that genres like oh my God, what do you call this? Jesus Christ, the trilogies, like the series, like those comedy series.
Yeah.
Where you could even do that. Then you could do just straight up stupid comedy. Then there's stand up comedy, which to me, honestly, one of the funniest people to me still is Joe Coy. I love Joe Coy's delivery, the way he changes. To me, still one of my favorite comedians of all times is Dave Chappelle. I love the intellectual storytelling that turns into a joke randomly. But damn, what other movie I could say? For sure, Anchorman. I love Anchorman. Let me see. Another one that I can, because when I think of these great movies, great comedy movies is a movie that I can see over and over, and I never get tired of.
Exactly.
I never get tired of seeing it.
Beverly Hills Cop.
When those are when they come out.
It's coming out soon on Netflix, right?
Yes.
Let me just tell you.
I love this
Sorry.
part where because my son does that to me all the time.
Like, what the hell?
The audience sees you talking. He's like, "Who is he talking to?" He's probably
Yeah,
smiling, but he's telling him to go. He's gonna fucking kill you.
It's one of those foreign films.
Yeah.
Beverly Hills Cop. One of my most favorite scenes from the Channel 2 Spanish News is one of my favorite scenes in Beverly Hills Cop that makes me laugh from my gut is when he goes to Beverly Hills for the first time, and he goes to see like the main bad guy, the villain in this building, the question about his friend's death. And they end up throwing him, they go grab it. He goes, "Get your hands off me!" And also they go, he thinks they're gonna throw him, take him outside. They throw him through the glass, and he goes, "What the hell?" The cops arrest him, and he goes, "What? They threw me through fucking glass." He goes, "What do you do for jaywalking?" I had tears in my eyes.
This is awesome. The news anchor fight is hilarious.
Oh man! Perfect.
I just showed my son recently Beverly Hills Ninja with Chris Farley. And that's another era of comedy. And oh my God, what was and I was going to mention that it was an old movie too that we saw. Oh my God. Bad Boys. Yeah, Bad Boys for sure.
My brother called me. Harrison called me the other day. And I thought he was crying. He called me. I answered. I go, "Hello." I was at work. And I'm like, "Hello." And he tells, it's like, "I'm watching the new Bad Boys on bootleg." And he's like, "It's a scene reminds me of me and you." I'm like, "Okay." I'm like, that's how good the other one is. Ralphie boy.
What's up, Rob?
How about them Panthers?
Oh my God. Austin Powers.
Austin Powers.
I love
I remember I bought that movie, the part 1 for my dad for Father's Day or something. I know what, or his birthday. And I didn't know. I just know my dad loves stupid movies, stupid comedies. And I remember seeing it, and I was like, Mike Myers, who's great, one of the best, and I was like, I'm gonna buy this movie. I didn't know anything about it. I bought it I don't know if it was because my dad was a driver, my dad was a mover. So I'd go on the road with him. And so I bought that movie, I believe it was on the road, and I got it. I said, "Hey Dad, what I gave it to him as a kid, and we watch it and we ended up dying laughing, mole, 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 mole. Or my favorite thing I still use to this day, burping, fart, whatever, "Pardon me for being rude. It was not me. It was my food. It just came up to say hello. Now it's gone back down below." That was what he did when he was in the hot tub with, a lot of vagina, whatever her name was. Don't say it here.
My favorite thing was like that. No, you're
Exhibit,
doing a lot of
Exhibit.
How about no, Scotty?
How about no? Don't look at me like I'm freaking Frankenstein. Come here and give me a hug. That movie. I love those movies. That's such a great point. And but for me,
Dumb and Dumber, Jim
Carrey, Liar.
Liar.
So for me, it was again. You're saying a bunch of ones that I'm like, God, you're right. But when I wrote down like Anchorman, can't get enough of Anchorman. Ron Burgundy, Wilfred.
Yes.
Trading Places, Eddie Murphy, Dan Aykroyd.
Yes.
When he is, he acts like he has no legs and he's telling the cops, and all of a sudden the cops pick him up and his legs fall. He goes, "It's a miracle! I can walk! I can see!" He goes, it's like stupid. Step Brothers. Balls on the drum set. I just love it. It's just what's the other one? Super Bad.
Oh my God,
Super Bad's a classic
awesome too. Yes.
All About the Benjamins. Ice Cube and Mike Epps. Love that movie.
They make great movies.
They make great movies together, and they're but when he jumps out of the boat, he has his hands handcuffed, and he's up on a boat, and Ice Cube jumps down. He goes, "Go ahead, jump down." He goes, "I ain't jumping down, man. I'm going to end up like Christopher Reeve." And he goes, "I'll catch you." He goes, "I'll catch you." And he goes, "Man, you better not let me fall." And all of a sudden he goes, he goes, "God." He goes, "You okay?" He goes, "No, did you see the way I fell?" I had tears in my eyes, dude. And when he goes, "You ain't got a 4-head, you got a 5-head. We used to fight, you go like this." It's a classic. 40-Year-Old Virgin.
Oh man, Steve Carell, yes.
Steve Carell, the part where with Kevin Hart, and that's a great one. The Birdcage with Robin Williams and Nathan Lane.
Yes.
That one is one of those classics. Again, Robin Williams. Again, any movie he does is just magic.
Yeah.
But that movie was
Mrs. Doubtfire.
Mrs. Doubtfire.
Oh,
that was another one. But Birdcage was always funny. I mean, Nathan Lane is like a national treasure with Robin Williams. Like I love watching those guys because when he's he's so like feminine. It's just hilarious. I had Life. Another one that maybe you guys won't know. But I went to, obviously that's where me and Top met. We met at film school. That's what got me into like the older films. And there's a few of them that I like, but one that I really love, and I loaned it one time and never got it back, and that's okay, whatever. Tati doesn't like that to this day. But It Happened One Night, which is a Clark Gable film.
Oh,
it won multiple Academy Awards, but that movie, I don't know what, it was hilarious. I thought that was that's an old black and white movie. Clark Gable, obviously, is one of the great actors of our time.
Yes, of course.
That's one movie that I love watching. That I thought was just, it's so funny, for me. But man, yeah, A Club Paradise with Robin Williams. Robin Williams is just great, man. I just love Robin Williams and everything he does. But yeah, The Birdcage was one that I was like, man, that's a movie I could watch over and over again. Gene Hackman, Robin Williams, Nathan Lane. I'm forgetting his name, Alex. The guy who did a show, you would know who he is. Hate that I'm forgetting him. But he did a show that he was a sports agent or a sports broadcaster. You're the one who told me about it. He was on The Simpsons.
Hank Azaria?
Yes.
Hank Azaria, yes.
He's in there.
The voice,
he plays their maid, basically.
Yes,
it's hilarious, dude.
Hank Azaria is funny as hell, man.
Oh, he's classic.
He's
man.
Duff Man.
Oh, dude. Talking about series, the one I'm very intrigued by, and one of the great not comedians, but funny guys out there is Ed O'Neill.
Yes.
Married with Children, Modern Family, but now he's doing another series that's kind of out of his realm, which is based off Donald Sterling, which is Clipped. Yeah. I'm hooked on trailers alone. I know the story. I know everything about it. And usually I probably wouldn't watch it because it's like, whatever. But I love the way they're presenting the trailer. Have you seen episode 1 yet?
I saw they released both episodes.
There's 2 episode premiere.
Yes, I've seen it. I like the storyline. The casting is not so well in regards to the way they're portraying the players and all that. Like there seems to be a little bit of overacting. I love who they casted as Spaceballs. Amazing, man. Forgetting Sarah Marshall was hilarious.
That is a movie that I laugh crying because it's so freaking like
Jason Segel.
Scenes, I love scenes where you're like, oh, God, this is such a bad situation. Like you just die laughing, where he hears them, the door over, he hears everything that's happening.
Yeah.
He's crying like, oh God. Oh man.
Jason Segel's hilarious, man.
That's classic, man. See, there's just so many greats.
Yes.
But I just thought it'd be a good.
The problem is there's so many, like that saying, we got to put a genre. Yeah. We got to start putting, like, we got to do like a NCAA, the 64, like a tournament for comedy. Remember, like we did?
Yeah.
So something like that.
That's a good one.
But in regards to this series, I recommend it. Obviously, Ed O'Neill is great in it. There's a little bit of overacting. Some things don't seem very realistic. I think Showtime was better with John C. Reilly. Oh, yeah. And that I don't know why they canceled that series, but that series was way better to me, in my opinion, about Clip. But like I'm saying, I'm watching it because of the storyline. Obviously, we know what happened. The Sterling Files, or the Sterling. Oh my God, what was the name of the book that came out? The Sterling Affairs, and that which led. It was based on that, obviously, and when he had to sell the team. But it seems to be like a little bit of overreacting. But I like to see where it's gonna go. I like to give it time. But I still think Showtime is way better than this series.
I'm intrigued to watch it. I'll probably put it on when there's nothing else to watch.
It's on Hulu. You can watch it. Yeah. It's FX, a two series episode. Yeah.
Let me see here. All right, we're gonna have some random questions before we wrap this up.
Let's go.
One of our favorite things, and
boom.
I think we've already kind of gone through it, but who cares?
Let's go.
Let's see. Here's a good one. What's your favorite TV show right now?
My favorite TV show right now? Shit. Well, I don't really watch shows right now. I'm watching series. I'm going to start watching Your Honor. But
with Bryan Cranston?
With Bryan Cranston. Yeah. I heard it's amazing. But I would say right now my favorite TV show, I'll say it's Fresh Prince of Bel-Air because my son is watching it again. So I'll put that right now on TV because I really don't watch it. I watch documentaries, movies, but I'm not really into a show right now.
I will say for right now, it's Young Sheldon. That's something I continue to watch. I'll close it out. I love what they're doing. I love the way they treat each character.
Yes.
Each character is important. The mother, her facial features are hilarious. The way she just expresses herself.
Yes.
The daughter, Missy, is hilarious. It's a great show. Let's see. Let's go. Ba-ba-ba-bum-bum. This is a kind of a good one here. What's your favorite style of clothing? Like you go out, like what, or you just a random day or whatever. What's your
Random
favorite
day?
style of clothing? Yeah.
Now I'm really into like dry fit polos, like shorts. Obviously, here it's hot as hell. To
Yeah.
go out, I'll probably wear like my black dry fit pants that I use for coaching and all that. Tennis shoes. If not, it's either shorts, black tennis shoes, black socks, or like high white socks and white tennis shoes. I don't really wear hats as much, but just something chill and relaxing. But dry fit polos to me are right now the best. It's the most comfortable, breathable, and it's very calm, cool, and sporty. Sporty, but yet dressy. Like you don't look bad. Like you can go shopping, or you can go to a restaurant and sit down because it kind of looks like you're going on a boat, but you're also very sporty, so you can go to the park. So and it's very comfortable. I like to be comfortable. Now I got suits when I have to dress up. I dress up, but I'd rather just be comfortable. Yeah.
So for me, it pisses Tati up. But like we go to a store, I put like a polo or a button-down shirt. I'm not gonna wear a regular T-shirt.
Yeah.
I wear like comfortable. I don't really like wearing shorts, but if I do, it's dress shorts or it's jeans or whatever. That's all I prefer. I always like wearing the button-downs. I like to be because you never know who you're gonna bump into, but also it's comfortable for me. I don't like wearing a regular T-shirt outside. I wear a T-shirt in the house, but not when I'm going out. I just don't like to do it. I always wear something over it, whether it's a jacket or something. I'm just not a fan of that, but that's what I do it. Let's see. Let's get one. Oh, okay, this might be. What's the funniest prank you've ever pulled? Why you laugh?
I would say the funniest prank we ever pulled was involving you when you were.
You're an asshole. That's not a prank.
I started laughing. Bro.
That's taking advantage. That's not a prank. That's taking advantage. That's not a prank.
when you woke up and you look like a newspaper, like a graffiti newspaper.
The first and last time I ever got drunk.
I'll say it was that one. It was pretty funny though when the execution of it, because we took pictures while we were doing it, and I don't know what happened. This is by the time that you still had to develop pictures. It wasn't a photo like a phone on your phone. Oh, I'll take a picture. I'm gonna send it to you. No, like you still had to develop those pictures, or like we had a digital camera or some shit. I forgot what it was, but I'll say that one. Realistic. I'm not big on pranking. I love spontaneous comedy. I love spontaneous moments. I don't like to take advantage of weaker people or prank. I like the nature, the good nature one, but I know some pranks go far, especially now. Like people are taking pranks out of hand.
Well, yeah, what they're doing now compared. I'm not talking about like that.
Yeah, exactly.
I would say I used to love when you would like prank calling was fun.
Oh yeah.
I don't remember ever doing a real
order pizza and taxis for people.
For some random people, back in the day, watch the driver, watch the pizza kit, the delivery driver pull up to someone's house, knocking on people's doors and running. That was always a lot of fun, or somebody having to go back, you knock and you push somebody so they fall and you run away and they have to see they're like staring at the person. Those were the good ones. Those are good, but I don't ever remember myself, and I might be wrong. My memory's shot, truthfully. But I don't really remember any legit kind of prank that I did other than that.
Yeah,
because I'm like that. I'd rather not deal with it. I'd rather not do something. And I don't like doing things, but like knocking and doors and running and prank calling people was a lot of fun.
For sure.
Nikki was great at that. Nikki was great because he changed his voice.
Nikki was hilarious at prank.
Hello, my friend. He'd do all that crazy stuff, make you die laughing. Let's do one more.
Let's go. Let's end it with a bang.
Damn. These ones are so lame.
Which, by the way, that's what a terrorist says every time. Let's end it with a bang.
Jesus Christ. Damn, Alex.
It's true.
Would you consider yourself? This is the last one.
Okay, let's go.
Would you consider yourself a morning or a night person?
Oh shit. God, it all depends on the day. To be honest with you,
True, that's fair.
I like working more at night, but I like to wake up early to take advantage of my day.
Miss
But
Fins.
and anything that's creatively, and even my housework, I love doing that at night when everybody's sleeping, when everybody's resting. I like watching my TV shows at night. The problem is I get tired, and I want to wake up early to go to the gym or go to work, and I'm like, so it's like a to be productive. I like to wake up early. To enjoy and be creative is the nighttime for me.
I think that's absolutely fair. I would say both. I think I could be a little of both. I'm not one or the other. Because usually I'll wake up before everybody else earlier. Like I could go to sleep later than everyone else and wake up before everybody else. And later because I'm taking time to watch stuff, and then earlier, like you said, that way I'm doing stuff. I don't have people around or bothering me and doing my own thing and whatever. Yeah. So I'm a little of both.
I'm a big believer in doing that, and I think it's part of our upbringing also. It's just who we are. Like I like doing things alone. I don't like doing things around people. Even eating sometimes. I like eating alone. And I know, and I'm not saying I don't eat with my family. I just like doing things alone. And when I'm
like, I don't mind sitting with the family. That's a great point, because I'm someone like I like sitting alone. I like watching something, to be honest. I usually don't, like on a special, like the holidays. Yeah, we sit together or whatever, but we don't really do that, as much. We should probably, but at the same time, it's like I like being. I don't want to really talk. I don't want to really do too much. I want to just sit. Maybe I can watch something, eat something, then be done. I'm one of those baby, and I gotta it's funny because Tati will laugh at me because I won't start eating until I have something going. Because then if I'm like sitting there and I can't find the remote to my TV, or I'm sitting there going, "Where's the remote?" Just start eating. No, I can't. I gotta watch something. And now I'm just eating. You know what I mean? It's like, and I take my time eating. I'm not a fast eater. I'm not. I was having a salad the other day. I got a Panera salad. And
but by the way, Panera is amazing. Everything in Panera is amazing.
Yeah,
everything.
And you know me. I just avocado. I just croutons. I had it was a Caesar salad. And so it's big, but it was good. It was really freaking good. But I take my time. I don't rush. It's a big damn salad. But Tati's over there going, "You're not done yet?" I'm like, "Why? What's the deal? What do you want?"
Yeah.
Well, I'm waiting for you so I can see if I can finish. I'm like, "Well, then take the half. Whatever. Take it." Hover. She's over here hovering now. She's stopped. 2 episodes, 2 shows, 2 30-minute episodes, and I'm still eating. So she's like, an hour later, I didn't finish my food fast enough for her. So she had to come and take my salad. Here we go. Ralph has a. Bob, do you remember Grandpa and the cat tail through the door? And the cat, Murray. Yes, Murray. That cat was legit. That's when a pet was great, when you still remember it to this day. Murray, man, you had to open the door. You'd have to be careful because he'd go running out.
Gone.
We took him in as he was a kitten. He was a stray, and he disappeared when I was at I don't want to say a lockdown. I was at a retreat at the church. There was Saint Joseph. What's that church right there, Alex? The Catholic church by our house.
St. John.
I was at a
St. John's.
Yeah, I was at a retreat there. I stayed the night, and Murray I was taking care of. And it was Marie. We thought it was a girl until his balls popped, and he then my mom, they couldn't find him, so they were freaking out, and they found out later was that my mom was like, "Oh man, Murray does Bobby's not," because Murray wasn't allowed in the house, and Murray couldn't find him, and then what had happened was, I think when I got home, they couldn't find Murray. Oh, we don't know where he's at. We don't know where he's at. Some shit. I don't know what happened. I think eventually when I got home, he was under the tree. I think he was roaming around. It was Christmas at that time. He was just roaming around. The neighbor had him. The neighbor took him so Murray could catch mice. That's why Murray disappeared. And from that point on, we kept him. And I mean, he was amazing, dude.
Had him working.
Yeah, he had him working. But when Murray kind of ran, and he went right into the house, and they kept him in the house from that time on. But Murray's great, man. We have videos and pictures of him boxing, chasing us around the house, playing. I mean,
he was white as a coconut.
Right, he was perfect. He was white, and he had a little bit of black on his head. 1 or 2, 3, 4 black hairs. But again, he would always escape the house, and we'd go chasing after him. We'd run under cars. My brother Nick would skateboard and then jump off and try to catch him.
Yeah.
Eventually, I would just grab him. Either you grab a shirt and grab him because he would
Yeah.
claw the shit out of you,
Yeah.
or you just grab him and he claw you. And I go, what are you going to do? And I start going like this, then you know, and he stopped. You know, you have scratches all up my arm. Good times. Murray the cat.
Man.
But anyway, guys, this was a fun show. Florida Panthers up 1-0 after a 3-0 win against the Oilers. Caitlin Clark off of Team USA basketball. Didn't get in there, but whatever happened there, we'll see. Top 5 favorite comedies, top comedies. I mean, Eddie Murphy Life, Step Brothers, Anchorman, Trading Places, Coming to America, The Birdcage. You got the clip series on FX, on Hulu, all of the above. Talk about it so much more. We didn't really touch on the Dolphins, but that's okay.
That's okay. Next episode.
You remember how he timed the door? Oh, always. Oh, he knew exactly when you were going to open it, and he bolted through that door.
Gone.
He was fast, man. That cat was fast. But anyway, guys, we appreciate you for watching us today. Maybe back Wednesday night, maybe Sunday again. I don't know. I like the Sundays, but we'll see. We'll see. Just keep posted.
Yes, sir.
Depends on what me and Alex decide in regards of our schedules. But till then,
oh yeah, next Sunday's Father's Day, right?
What?
Next Sunday's Father's Day.
Is it?
I think so. Isn't it?
I don't know.
Shit.
I don't keep track of all that. I don't keep track of all that. But maybe the wife should. Maybe the kids and wife should.
Yeah, sure, exactly. Goddamn, appreciate what you got, bro. Goddamn, dog.
Damn right. All day.
No.
All right, guys. Appreciate you all. Have a great day. Great Sunday. Appreciate you.